different. But to my understanding, it's
Did you watch my Instagram story?
Which one?
That's just some bullshit.
Yeah, hey brother.
I put like 2 videos up of this therapist lady.
I don't think I saw it.
All right, so I'm just gonna play the video.
Okay.
Cause when I saw 2 of her video. I followed after the first one, but I saw 2 of them, and I was just like, damn. And then we're gonna get up out of here.
Mm-hmm. So mental health awareness it's at an all-time high, and that is great. But some of these trends, they are making people worse, not better. Let's talk about it, because I got 3 that's top of mind. The first one is turning labels into identity. Labels were meant to be for understanding, not a personality. But today, people are branding themselves with their diagnosis. And even when you think about, like, I have ADHD, so I can't focus. I have an anxious attachment, so I can't trust people. Instead of working through things, people are actually using the labels to justify staying the same. And in some cases, like, using it to weaponize, like, some of their relationships. The second one is, and I'll keep saying it, pathologizing normal life struggles. Not every challenge is trauma. Not every difficult person is a narcissist. Not every workplace is toxic just because you don't like your boss. Life is hard sometimes. That doesn't mean it's harming you. But when you pathologize normal struggles, you rob yourself of the ability to actually navigate them. And then the third one is this obsession with feeling seen, heard, and validated. At some point, we stopped striving for growth and we just started chasing external validation. The need to be constantly seen, heard, and understood has become an emotional crutch. Here's the truth. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will validate you. And that's not a threat to your well-being. The obsession with external validation is keeping people emotionally fragile instead of teaching them how to stand firm in who they are, even when no one claps for them. And I know that I said 3, but here's a bonus one, because what the hell is even a safe place? Life doesn't come with trigger warnings. Growth requires friction. If you constantly need environments that cater to your emotions, you're not building mental strength. You're building dependence. True safety comes from knowing you can handle yourself in any space, not just the ones that feel good. Mental health should strengthen you, not weaken your ability to handle and or engage with life, okay?
I agree with the first 2 wholeheartedly. I kind of agree with the third one, but I disagree as well.
Okay, so let's go through. The first one was the labels. Mm-hmm. You feel like people too dependent on the labels that sometimes they diagnose with, but sometimes they just give themselves.
Absolutely, I've seen it too many times with adults, especially with children, and then them be the ones that make me irritated. Motherfuckers be like, I have ADHD, so I can't sit down. Yes, you can. I have this.
Most definitely. You sit your ass down at home.
And like, I hate using this, but it's just something I noticed. That I've seen people with children with autism, and I know autism is a spectrum and everyone's autism isn't the same. Mm-hmm. But I've seen people who have children with the same autism as this child. And the difference is one is white, one is black. Mm-hmm. The white boy slapped the shit out of his mama. Mm-hmm. Black boy nonverbal. He don't even think about raising his hand. Cause his mom will tell him, I'll fuck you up. I love you, but I will fuck you up. And his little autistic behind, no, I'm nonverbal. I can't speak. She will fuck me up. Mm-hmm. So
don't get fucked up, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know people use those, like, oh no, he can't do this, or no, she can't do this because no, she can't do it because you're putting that on her.
Yeah.
You're saying she can't do it, and you're training her in an environment that is saying that she can't do that. And unfortunately, that ain't how the world works. Right. The world don't give a fuck about your autistic child your nonverbal child, your ADHD child, your ADD child, your behavioral dysfunction. World don't give a fuck
at all.
Come out here if you want to, doing all that, making all that noise. Get him the fuck up out of here. Real shit. Get him the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. Just like that fat girl, the lift girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there should be accommodations. You're over 500 pounds. Get the fuck up out of here. Get your fat ass out of here. That's what the world is saying.
No, yeah.
Accommodations.
Yeah.
You're 500 pounds.
It's funny because it's
fuck out of here, fatty. Like this.
Fuck out of here, fatty.
Yeah, fuck out of here, fatty. No, lose the weight. How about that?
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. Motherfuckers be taking these labels and running with that shit for sure. For sure.
All right. Then the second one, she said pathologizing everyday situations or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about every hard experience isn't trauma. Every difficult person isn't a narcissist. Every job isn't toxic.
Yeah, I can agree with that to a certain extent.
That might have been the third one. So to what extent do you agree?
I think that yes, not every job is toxic. Not everybody you're dealing with is a narcissist. I think people do just hear words on social media and be like, I'm gonna just say that. But I
hate it when niggas started saying diabolical.
Yeah, crazy word. Niggas was not talking like that. But I do also think.
Hold on. We got this copyrighted music. We got to go back to the.
I'm weak.
To the elevator music, the Piccadilly music.
But yeah, I think that in some cases, it's like you really just have to know the signs. You have to know what certain things look like. Like motherfuckers be, saying stupid shit like all the time, but then they'll be putting something and they don't really know what they talking about for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think if you do your education and you understand what these words mean, then you'll be able to better identify what it is when it's in front of you, and then you can determine if that's that or am I just in my feelings right now?
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting my way. So I agree to a certain extent.
And then the bonus one was the safe space.
I think that.
Do you think that every space should be a safe space?
I think in the perfect world it should be, but that's not how the real world works.
I mean, in reality, to grow as a person, there are times where you have to be uncomfortable.
Of course.
There are times when you have to
go through some adversity.
Go through some adversity. Every building you go in, every room you go in is not going to be somewhere where you're wanted, or somewhere where you're appreciated, somewhere where they just want you there in general. But you will still have to navigate it and make your way out. Whether it's, it could be something simple as going into, you got an interview, or you got the job, but you got to go pitch an idea, some shit. It could be something simple as that. Or it could be, it could be anything. Going to work.
The only reason I think that I kind of disagree with that is because people treat you how you allow. How do you allow them to treat you? So it's like, if I'm at a job, yeah, that might not be my necessary space, safe space. But if I sit there and you doing some shit and I'm like, well, that's just how shit goes over here. Motherfuckers gonna keep doing shit like that to you, and they gonna keep treating your ass until you either speak up or you fucking leave. And so I don't ever think you should be in a place where you don't feel appreciated. I don't think you should ever be in a place where you're not like celebrated or whatever. I think you should be in a place where you feel good, but also the people around you make you feel appreciated and wanted. Because if you do that, all it does is raise productivity. If I don't feel like I'm appreciated, why the fuck am I gonna work hard?
Yeah.
So I think that's, and not necessarily creating a safe space, but you do gotta make room for like positive reinforcement and things of that nature. But every space isn't gonna be safe, unfortunately.
As you was giving your answer, you said in a perfect world, you feel like every space would be a safe space. I don't think that's a perfect world. Well, let me kind of rephrase that. A lot of people say in a perfect world, they talk about how good everything would be. But what they're talking about is a utopia. Mm-hmm. I feel like a perfect world is an even blend of is yin and yang, light, dark, good, bad, all that shit. Safe, dangerous. It's a mix of everything, and it may not be a perfect mix all the time. It may be ebbs and flows, if you will. Sometimes the bad is got the upper hand. Sometimes the good got the upper hand. But it's a balance. And I think we are already in a perfect world because everyone has equal opportunity to struggle just like they have equal opportunity to grow. Even though that struggle and that growth may be different, that character development may be different. Mm-hmm. And mine may not look like yours, or you might look at mine and say, his shit easy. But then I might look at you and say, your shit easy. I'd rather be going through what you're going through. But everybody has equal opportunity to grow, equal spaces to be safe, equal spaces to be challenged.
I think in a perfect world, yes. But the reason why I say this can't be a perfect world is because you feel like everyone has an equal opportunity to grow and to be better.
Mm-hmm. But I also said that growth and those challenges are different for everybody.
They are different, but
so I'm not.
What about the ones that don't even? They're like ignorant, not ignorant. They really just don't know that there is growth in all of those things. Like, to me, a perfect world is we have an equal opportunity, but also everyone knows that we have that equal opportunity to grow. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the reason why I say it can't be a perfect world is because there are a lot of people who truly, in their heart of hearts, do not know that there's an equal opportunity. They just like, I thought struggle is struggle. Like, there's niggas who be like, yeah, I thought everybody lights go off. I thought everybody had roaches. I thought that was the norm. So when I go to places that don't have that shit, I'm like,
but then once you go to those places, now you know that there's something else.
But a lot of times people don't see it.
That's true, but the opportunity is still there for you to see it.
But if the opportunity is there and the door is closed, then
the door is never closed.
It is.
It's not.
If it has to be closed if you don't know.
Not necessarily.
Then what is it then?
It's there. You just have to find it.
But that's what I'm saying. But
I'm saying you're saying it's not there. I'm saying it's there. You just gotta find it.
No, I'm not saying it's not there. I'm saying it's there, but the door is closed. So if the door is closed and I can't see anything and I don't know anything is even past this door, then.
So then, how do you find out what's on the other side of a door?
You open it, of course. But
so the door is closed, but you know the door is there. It's like, I wonder what's on the other side.
The door is closed
now, and let me add on to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, not even sometimes. Pretty much everybody, at some point, you're gonna have to get help or guidance from someone else. So you may be ignorant and not know, and you just may not ever know until you stumble upon it, or until someone else comes along and shows you a glimpse even of something else. But from that point on, now you have the knowledge that there is more out there, and you can choose to do with it what you will. But the opportunity is there for everybody.
I don't know. Because even if the opportunity is there, there's still a blockage especially for people of color.
So when I say growth, where does your mind go?
Growth goes into education. Growth goes into understanding of self, understanding of emotions, understanding of, the food you eat, just understanding of all of these things. And not saying that the opportunity isn't there, but I think it's very key when you're young to understand that opportunity is there. Because when you're young, your mind is still able to mold. But when you're older, you're set in your ways. So if you find out a lot of stuff by the time you're older, you're like, I know that now, but it ain't shit I can do with it. Like you have those, you have parents who yeah, I beat you, I did this, I did that, I talked to you a certain type of way or whatever. The opportunity for them to be, and that's how they were raised, but the opportunity for them to be better parents and do stuff differently was there, but they only knew one way. And so now that they're older and you tell them the right things to do, and this how you could have done stuff better, and and this how you could do stuff differently now to even become better, they like, okay, I'm 65. I'm not going for it.
So just like you have those parents, you also have parents that do all that shit with their first child, and they was like, and like as that first child gets older, they like, we was doing a lot. And they have another child, and are better parents. Now that older child might look at baby like, well, shit, I got whooped for A, B, and C when I was young. Why he not? It's like we didn't know with you, but we saw how that affected you, and we learned from it. So now we can be better, which is, it's still kind of fucked up, but we can. But now we can be better with the time we have left with you, and with your younger sibling. But we finna take it to school. I try to teach you a lesson, right? You choose not to learn it. I give you a test. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna fail it.
Okay, you fail it. Cool, you failed it this time. We're gonna come back. I try to teach it again. You still don't listen. We go that same test. You're gonna fail it. So the more times I'm teaching you this lesson, those are your opportunities to grow. Until you decide to listen and apply it, so that you can pass the test and move on, become better, and move on to whatever the next lesson is. So it could be a real life lesson in school, or it could be a real life lesson in life.
But I think that
you gonna keep the opportunity is the lesson that you getting taught. But that's your opportunity to grow. But
I think that you missing the fact that the teacher's still in the room. The teacher's in the room to teach the lesson.
Yeah, but life is the teacher sometimes.
But life being sometimes, yes, life is the teacher for those who understand that there's this opportunity. But if I've never seen it, I don't even know that life is being a teacher. I just think that I'm just getting fucked up like everything else. And so I just think if I already have a mindset that everything is fucked up, when life is doing more fucked up shit, I'm just like, damn, shit just fucked up. But I don't know that there's better. I don't know that there's someone that it's a teaching. I don't know that there's a lesson, because there's no one, whether it be a parent, friends, whoever, who have been teaching me lessons, or there's been a teacher that I'm like, this is a teacher. I'm just like, shit fucked up. This is just how shit be. Lights be off, water don't be running, education poor, all that.
But I also said sometimes people need that guidance. Some people need it, and a guide to come and it ain't even gotta take. They ain't gotta take them to the light. I just need to turn around and see it.
I think everybody need a guide, to be honest.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
We all need them at some point.
Yeah.
But we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. So
crazy work.
I'm just gonna have to do 3 videos tomorrow, because I don't think I'll make it for midnight. I might can do the first section before midnight, but that's gonna be tough. I I might make this another podcast. Nah, I ain't gonna make a podcast episode. It ain't enough. Tell the people they can find you.
Claude Okoji, CLYDE, OKOJIE on anything and everything. Yeah. If you don't got it by now, then you just ain't getting it.
Did you learn something?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
As always.
Always.
So before we get out of here, I can name one 90s basketball player, meaning they got drafted in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we playing that game?
Mm-hmm.
I can name 2.
I can name 3.
I can name 4.
I can name 5.
Dude, I know you the fucking long. I ain't gonna lie, I can't name 6.
It's about deception.
Deception.
Like, you have to convince me that you can name what
I know,
the number
but
is, so I can say.
I'm not finna keep going up, and then you say the shit, and I'm like,
I got you. I ain't got but 5. This finna be easy. Kobe, Shaq, AI, Kevin Garnett.
I ain't gonna lie, that's where I stopped too. I ain't gonna lie, that's where I stopped. I'm like,
Jason
who else?
Kidd.
He was in the 90s. I thought 2000s.
I want to say he late 90s.
Oh yeah, it had
He
to
was
be.
with the Mavs.
Yeah, cause he had hair then, didn't he?
I don't know about all
I
that.
think no, he wasn't.
It might have been a low.
Yeah. He had hair. I promise I won't.
Could have said Vince Carter, T-Mac. I think they both what 99, 98, 99.
I don't know why I thought them niggas was 2000.
They might actually be 2000, but I could have sworn they was like 98, 99. Let me see.
No, they had to come in the 90s. I think Tracy and Kobe was in the league at the same time. So, and they probably got drafted in the 90s, but I didn't see them for real until the 2000s. So,
Vince Carter got drafted in 98. And Tracy McGrady was 97.
yeah, I was going to say.
Praise God, drink water. See y'all tomorrow.